All right, guys, so anytime I take video of a property for you, I will also do the neighborhood and the drive coming in. This one's going to be just a little bit longer just because I did want to show you the proximity to the school. So I just turned off of, or just came off of Belfast Keller, just turned on to Belfast River. So this road is where the school is at, and then it also takes you to Dunham Marsh. So Belfast Keller is what you would take if you were coming off of 95, or potentially Fort Stewart, 17, those areas. The actual town of Richmond Hill is going to be in front of me versus behind me. So behind me is more Keller area. It's the county limits and stuff like that. So to my left here is Francis Meeks and the middle school. So you take this road here down, and Francis Meeks is on your right, and then the middle school's on your left. So there are the schools, and then obviously this is the road, like I said, that you would take to get there from Dunham Marsh. It's pretty rural. I think that a lot of people don't realize Richmond Hill is pretty rural in itself. We don't have a lot of big restaurants or like big shopping. We don't have big box stores or anything like that. But definitely out here, kind of like in the county limits, it is more rural than it is the city limits. So just something to take in mind, which it doesn't take long at all to get into town from Dunham Marsh. It's just something that I kind of like to point out. So you've got another little neighborhood on your right. This is Watergrass. I think there were a few on your list in Watergrass. And then Dunham Marsh is right up here in this roundabout. So if you go left on the roundabout, that would take you into town. If you go straight, that can also take you into town. But if you go right, that is what will take you into Dunham Marsh. We have tons of roundabouts, especially in like the past year or two. They have just put them everywhere. So we don't have a ton of street lights as much as we do roundabouts, especially out this way. So right here on the left, this is Dunham Marsh. Kind of pitch it this way so that you can see. Nice big pond here at the front. It does have a little fishing pier there across the way. Really, really pretty. And then turning in, I'll do this way again so you can see. So Dunham Marsh has different areas to it. So you've got one little section up here at the front with homes. And then there's another little section after that. So you do have sidewalks. Also, there's a good variety of homes. So the homes don't all look the same. So really, really pretty, good variety. Up here to the right is where Shearwater is. So you've got Sunbury here at the front, and then you've got this big, huge green space, which is going to be right across the street from the house on Shearwater. So, like I said, good variety. You've got big houses, small houses. That's one of my favorite things about this neighborhood is it's not cookie cutter. So really, really pretty variety. And then here is Shearwater. So gorgeous house here on the corner. This is one of my favorite homes. That one and the white one that we passed before. But here is Shearwater. So as I said, there's a big green space across that they do fireworks and stuff like that around 4th of July. And then you've got your homes here on the left. So we should be coming up here shortly. All right, so this one here is going to be the direct neighbor right there. Here is the house. So view from your front porch is here. And then here is the house. So as I walked up, I did see a few things just maintenance wise that I think could be done and touched up. Paint, you know, it's got some paint that could be touched up here. There was originally a flagpole over here that you can definitely see the holes that have been filled from. There is paint down here that needs to be done. There's a little bit of discoloration, I would assume, from the sun in comparison to this side versus this side. I would think that would be a pretty easy fix. I don't know also if cleaning it and pressure washing it would help. There's, you know, old like command strips and tape down at the bottom down here. Stuff like this that just needs to get cleaned up with Goo Gone. It's really not a huge deal, but it just kind of looks bad. You know, these could be replaced. But otherwise, the front porch is much bigger, I think, than it feels or looks in pictures. So as you come in, you've got nice hardwood floors in the front here. Coat storage to the left, and then a coat closet here at the front. Crown molding throughout in here, which is really nice. Obviously, they've done some extra trim work on the walls. So front room, it does look like this could use another coat of paint. I would venture to guess that they did this. It doesn't look terrible, but you know, it does feel like maybe they did it versus had it done by the builder, which is fine. Like I said, I do think that it could use a fresh coat of paint. It needs to be redone in terms of the paint. So places like that are kind of what make me think that it was probably done by them and not done by the builder. But cute room overall. You've got bathroom here, so half bath, which is a good size. And then stairwell going up with some more of the wainscoting. One thing that I will say is this feels much smaller in person than it does in the pictures. So it felt bigger to me in the photos than it does in person. I mean, like, here is the stove, there's the front door, here is your stairs. So it's a lot tighter than it feels or looked in photos. Kitchen is gorgeous. You've got big pantry here off to the left, granite countertops, really pretty glass backsplash. Once again, I mean, there are places that it kind of looked like DIY, if you will. So if you can see there, that kind of stuff sticks out to me. The cabinets do definitely have some wear and tear. So if you can see, they just need to be kind of touched up. A lot of this stuff, in my opinion, is stuff that they should have done before they listed the house. I think if they would have taken a furniture marker to a lot of these places, it would have never been seen. But unfortunately they did not. So I can see it, and I can see it on all of the cabinets. So easy fix for sure, but if I see it, I'm gonna point it out to you. So stainless steel appliances throughout. Obviously you've got your stove and microwave there. There is another closet here with some nice built-in shelves. The floors have a couple of places with damage that I can see. So you can see, you know, that there's a place there, place here. So I do see a couple of places on the floor, especially in here, probably just from furniture. Once again, obviously if you put rugs down, you would never see that, but you are not here to see it yourself, so I'm gonna point it out. Eating kitchen here, right off of the kitchen. Really, really nice natural light coming in here. Obviously I don't have a ton of lights on. There is a speaker system, so it looks like there is surround sound down here at least. But living room is a good size. It's not small per se. It was just, it felt much smaller than the pictures let on. So heading out to the backyard, if I can get out this door. Once again, I think that they could have done some prep on this stuff. You know, it's not big deals, but it's just the little things start to add up. So Backyard, you've got fenced area over here to the right with some really good green space. There are 2 HVAC units there. And then this is how you would access the garage, is this back alleyway back here. So you've got additional green space back behind there. And then 2-car garage. You've got your trash bins, neighbors. So really, it's a really good sized yard between the front, this middle portion, and then the back behind. So covered porch area. Once again, I can see places up here with the paint. I don't know if they tried to paint it and didn't do a good job. So you can see it right here. There's a difference in color between this and that. There's a difference in color between that and that. So I would venture to say that the house probably needs to be repainted, maybe not the whole house. I don't know. It's very interesting that there's such variation in color here. And like I said, it could very well be from the sun. This is gray. This is gray. And some of the other stuff is not. So I don't see damage though. The garage is hopefully open. It is not. So I will come back the key for that. Some damage down here to the weather stripping. Minor stuff. But I'll grab the key and go back to the garage as soon as I do upstairs. So heading up the stairs, like I said, you've got the wainscoting here. Nice big window in the staircase. It once again just feels small. I think that this being so low and this being low, I don't know, it makes it feel short or small. But so upstairs, we've got full bathroom here. These are very small. Like these are very, very short. I am a fairly tall person. So I'm working from home today, so I'm in sweatpants, but I'm 5'7", and you can see how short it is on me. Doesn't bother some people, but I always like to point that kind of stuff out just because it's very short. So full bath, here. Once again, they did this wainscoting in here. There's some mildew type stuff in the corners. So I would assume this is probably a child's bathroom. Bedroom number 1, back here on the back of the house. Closet. Second bedroom with more of the wainscoting. Here, once again, I think it could use another coat of paint. So I don't know, maybe you can see it there, probably not. It's a little hard to see on camera, but I do think that it could use another coat of paint. Small closet, that's not huge. Laundry here. And then master. So really good size master. Love the tray ceilings up top. You've got a ceiling fan in here. Bathroom. So tub, standing shower. This vanity is definitely taller and of normal size. There are places in here, once again, that could be touched up. So nothing major. There is water closet. I would probably replace that toilet seat for sure. It's been sitting vacant for some time, so I'm sure things have gotten kind of gross with that. Nice walk-in closet here. And then front porch. Okay, there we go. So front porch out here. Love this. Very nice. Once again, you know, the air here is salty, so that stuff sometimes does happen, but just want to point it out. And then heading up again. To the bonus room. So really awesome room. So much natural light coming in here. You've got a little bitty closet back here. This is going to be storage into your attic. So I don't want to go too far deep into there, but there is the attic. You've got these built-ins that they've done. This is an awesome room. It's so big. Another little attic space over here. So once again, don't want to go too deep, but it is there. You've got a little desk, and then you've got full bathroom up here. So shower tub combo, toilet, and then another small vanity. Same thing on these. That's probably one of the worst ones that I've seen. So, all right. I'm going to grab the key and get some footage of the garage. Overall, it's a great house. Like I said, I do think that it feels smaller in person than it does in photos. So that's one thing that I would definitely mention. And then just the little bit of work that needs to be done to it. It all seems to be cosmetic in terms of, you know, the paint and the cabinets and things like that. But like I said before, the little things do add up. And so I always like to bring that up. All right. This video is longer than most. I normally am not this long on videos, so hopefully you guys aren't bored yet. There we go. Okay. So standard 2-car garage out here, unpainted, which is very, very common. So yeah. This is it, 79 Shearwater. I will go and do amenities. That way you guys could see those. But otherwise, this is the house. You might want a new door, or not new door, but it's dented up. All right, last but not least, I did want to show you guys the amenities in here just because they are some of the best. I love Dunham Marsh's pool. It is great. So I just kind of circled back around. I'm back on James Dunham Parkway, which is the main entrance or the main road. Shearwater is right here to my right. So that will kind of give you an idea of where I am. And if you take this road all the way down, it dead ends you right into the amenities. So easy walk, easy golf cart ride. Golf carts are very, very big in this community. Bikes, whatever. They do have food trucks and stuff like that that come to the pool. Like I said, the pool area, in my opinion, is one of the best. I love it. We have friends that live in here. I've sold homes in here. And so, you know, I just think that it's a great space. So this is the clubhouse here right in front of me, and the pool is behind that. And then if I go around, you can kind of see the playground. This is so pretty whenever it's summer. Sometimes you can see the marsh from the pool, which is really nice. Here's the playground, obviously right behind there. And this neighborhood has expanded quite a bit. So there are some newer homes that have just been finished being built back here. But here is the backside of the pool. So you can see there's multiple covered areas. There is like a huge outdoor fire pit over there. Lots and lots of stairs. Gorgeous homes back here that are a little bit more custom. So there's just a really good variety in this neighborhood. It's really pretty. So yeah, you've got more space over here, as you can see on this. Whoop. So there is the outdoor fireplace, and on the other side, you can sit in there also. So really great amenities. Excited to hear what you guys think.